Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now I'm looking at Fighting Soccer. Whoa, that looks a bit snazzy. Now, from what I can make out, Fighting Soccer is actually a conversion of an arcade game of the same name. Now, I've not played this before, so I'm hoping it'll be a good, clean game. So let's have a look at the keyboard. So you got player 1 versus computer, 2 player versus 2 player versus computer. So there's 2 people on the same side. Not quite sure what arrow mode is. I'm a bit afraid to try it. But so I'm Britain and I'm against Japan. Well, the first thing I notice is that it's pretty jerky, which is not very good for this. Oh God, I can barely follow this. It's so choppy. Oh, the ball comes out of the screen a bit like the ball in passing shot when you kick it upwards. Oh. Throw in. Oh, I kicked it off by the looks of things. Oh, God blimey. That was one of my players jumping up for a header, so even they come out of the screen. And at least... Oh, I could have sworn I was about to score then. Corner. Why are they so close to me? Why was that guy right next to me when I took that corner? Yes! Nice shoot. That's nice spelling. I've noticed there's actually a radar on the right of the screen in this, not like the Spectrum version of Kickoff. Oh, I'm not absolutely sure I like the way it does throw-ins. It seems to be moving that arrow by itself. I'd like to have some control over where I... Unless I completely miss something, I'd like to have some control over where I actually throw a ball during a throw-in. Oh, God. Well, by having the players different, effectively skin tone to one another, at least it gets around problems of colour clash in something like, say, Match Day or Kickoff. But it's just so choppy that it can be a bit hard to follow the action at times, which is a real problem. Nice shoot. God. Oh, throw in. That's there again. Go with them. Now we're jumping up out of the screen, both of us, to try and head that ball. Oh, dear me. Well... I can't say I'm massively enjoying this. It doesn't do a particularly good job of replicating football. I mean, it's got some nice ideas, like the player jumping out of the screen when you do like that. God, I even just saw his head sort of noticeably actually go for the ball to head it in a particular direction. That's a nice touch. I think that's what I saw anyway, but because as I said, everything's a bit on the choppy side. It's a bit hard to make out what's going on. It could have done with being a bit smoother. Right, end of match. What do you mean end of match? There's supposed to be 2 halves, isn't there? Let's try another one. Oh, I'm against Brazil this time by the looks of things. Can't those goalies actually catch the ball? I mean, this is a fairly late game in the Spectrum's life. You'd think they'd be able to do that. I mean, even the ones in Kickoff, they can catch the ball. Oh, it's really hard to tell when you're about to have the ball in your possession or not when you're next to it. Goal kick. What the hell? Why have I got a whole load of enemy opposing players in my goal area? They're not allowed to be in there. That's against the rules. I like the way the ball actually rotates as it goes along. Get out of my way, dickhead. Oh god, it's so choppy. Why couldn't it have been smoother? It's not like it would have had colour clash to worry about. The music that plays isn't too bad. I mean, it's a Spectrum, so we can't expect too much in the way of, say, crowd noise or anything. Oh, God. It's just so hard to make out what's happening at times, because it's so jerky. I can tell which players are mine, that's not a problem, despite the monochrome, but because everything just jerks around rather unsatisfactorily, that's what causes more problems with not being able to see clearly what's happening, rather than. Oh God! See, look, it's just all over the place. Throw in. Oh, I see. Trouble is, after a while, it takes the throw by itself. I don't like that. I'd like to be able to throw when I'm good and ready, etc. Same went for that goal kick I had earlier. Oh, God. Make everything smoother. I mean, the animation on the players is fine, but the scrolling's jerkier than goodness knows what. Oh, God, get out of my way. End of match. Oh, yeah, I'll continue. Well, it's not the end of the match if I can continue. This is obviously extra time because neither team's scored yet. Oh, God. It's so choppy. I know I keep banging on about it, but it is a... What the hell? Look at that. It's nice the way the ball animates rotation. I'm sure I wasn't quite off there. Throw in. It's a little bit laboured when you're trying to, throw and kick it. I mean, this is using the standard QAOP space, but it's... Well, it seems... Oh, God, look at that. Didn't have a clue what was happening there, because it was just jerking left, right and centre, figuratively and literally. Oh. Oh, God. It's so jerky. I mean, speed's fine, it just needs to be smoother. And suddenly, I can't seem to kick anymore, which is a bit of a problem, because I need to be able to kick in order... What? I don't understand why I can't seem to kick anymore. It just seems to kick whenever it feels like it. Oh, goodness me. Oh, God. Look at it. End of match. I think I'm going to wind up review there. I didn't really enjoy that very much. So that's fighting soccer for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. It's a pretty disappointing game, to say the least. In fact, it's really quite middling. So graphics, well, they're fairly well animated and so forth. And it's got some nice large sprites, and it's pretty impressive when you see them jump out of the screen to try and jump up and do a header. But the one big problem I have is that the scrolling's really quite jerky, and that does impact on not only gameplay but also well, not only the gameplay, but the fact you can barely see what's going on because it's so choppy and just jerks about all over the place, and there generally seems to be a little bit of a lack of polish to certain aspects of the game. Not just the scrolling, but there's also some other little niggles. Not the least of which is nice shoot instead of nice shot when I scored those times. And why is there only one half in each match? There's supposed to be two halves. I mean, it's playable enough, and it's got a pretty nice tune as you play, but everything's just so juddery that it's hard to have any kind of precision, and passing seems to be nigh on impossible, and even when I was right in front of the goal, I seemed to just not be able to kick the ball at all, which isn't very good. I mean, while it's not the worst football game I've ever played, I mean, I'd still rather play this than World Cup Football by Arctic. Oh, God. I was hoping I'd never have to mention that game again, but. And another problem with everything being so big is you can't see a great deal of the pitch, so you do have to pay particular attention to that scanner on the right of the screen to get an idea of where everyone is. And even then, because everything's so juddery on the main screen, it's not entirely as helpful as it could have been. So I don't think this is going to be heralded a classic by anyone who really loves their football games, 8-bit or otherwise. It's just too fundamentally flawed. And you got even things like you saw when I was taking that goal kick, there were opposing players in my penalty area. In real football, that would be against the rules. They have to stay outside that area until the goalies kick the ball. I mean, I don't know whether that was a problem even in the original arcade version, but what I've read about in preparation for this review suggests that there are problems like that even in the original arcade version. But if people want a decent football sim, this isn't it. It just doesn't work quite well enough. So I'm going to give Fighting Soccer on the Spectrum 6 out of 10. It's not awful, but when you got the likes of Matchday and its sequel, this just comes across as being something of a disappointment, and a flawed one at that. So I hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.